Welcome to learn the rules of changing from direct speech to indirect speech. There are many rules. So the rule number 1. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, then when we change into indirect speech, that time also it should be of past tense. In fact, direct speech inside the inverted quotation, present tense will be given, and that has to be, the verb has to be changed into past tense. The rules in details I will give you a little later. So, present tense is changed into past tense. That is, again past tense is changed into past perfect tense, and future tense is changed into future conditional tense. Conditional is something, when shall is there you change into should. That is the conditional tense. Okay. Under the rule 1, different rules to be followed. In that, A, simple present tense becomes simple past. Example, she said, I eat pudding. It's a direct speech. To change into indirect speech, she said that she ate pudding. Indirect speech. Actually, the connective word that, all this will be also taught to you, because different sentences. This is assertive sentence. When assertive sentence is written, we use the connective word, joining word that. That in detail I will deal with you later on. Now we shall continue the rest. B. Present continuous tense becomes present continuous tense becomes past continuous tense. And example, she said, I am eating pudding. That is a direct speech. When we change into indirect speech, she said that she was eating pudding. That is indirect speech. The next is present perfect tense. The present perfect tense becomes past perfect tense. She said, I have eaten pudding. That is direct speech. And when we change into indirect speech, she said that she had eaten pudding. Next is present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense is becoming past perfect continuous tense. That is, she said, I have been eating pudding. That is the direct speech. She said that she had been eating pudding. That is the indirect speech. The next is simple past tenses in the direct speech will turn into past perfect tense. That is, she said, I ate pudding. That is the direct speech. But changing to indirect speech, it will be written past perfect. She said that she had eaten pudding. That is the indirect speech. Next is past continuous tense in the direct speech becomes past perfect continuous tense in the indirect. That is, she said, I was eating pudding. That is the direct speech. And then indirect speech is, she said that she had been eating pudding. That is the indirect speech. Next is past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense will have no change. As per the rule, writing will be there, but then there is no change will occur. Example, she said, I had written a letter. That is direct speech. And indirect speech, she said that she had written a letter. That is indirect speech. And the next example, perfect continuous tense I have given. She said, I had been writing a letter. Actually, I am giving a different sentence so that the confusion may not occur. And there I repeated the same sentences. That also, not to have any confusion, I gave the same sentence. Now here I am giving a different sentence. That is, she said, I had been writing a letter. That is direct speech. Indirect will be, she said that she had been writing a letter. The next is future tense. Future tense becomes future conditional tense. That is, example, she said, I shall eat pudding. Direct speech. She said that she would eat pudding. Actually, he, she, we write would. But certain areas we write should also. That is, when we write in the place of shall, should, it gives the pressure of must like. Here, note, care should be taken when shall is used with second and third persons. In such cases, shall in direct speech and should is used in the reported speech, that is in indirect speech. Example, the officer ordered all shall submit the files. It is the direct speech. In indirect speech, the officer ordered that all should submit the files. As I told you, when should is given here, it is somewhat like must falling is there. Compulsory falling is there. So this is the indirect speech. With this we wind up this video. We shall take the next session, the next video. Continuity will be there. Certain in direct indirect speech lots of rules are there. That all this, unless and until you learn, you will not be thorough with this chapter. And it is very important for all the classes, direct and indirect speech. According to the classes, it will vary. The sentences will vary. Therefore, you need to know all the rules. With that, I wind up and bye-bye to all of you.